everyone, it's Talia here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have for you my May and June 2016 nail favorites. I wanted to film just strictly a May 2016 favorites video. By the time I got my thoughts and everything together for it, it was already a week into June, and I was already using a whole bunch of cool new products I wanted to share with you guys in June. So I was like, you know what? Because June is a short month for me with moving my business home, I'm just going to combine May and June. I've got a lot of really cool gel products to share with you guys, a couple tools, a couple stamping plates, but mostly it's color and glitter gels. So let's jump in. Okay, let's start with the tools first. Okay, so these tweezers, they're nothing overly fancy. They're the type of tweezers that when you, they always stay together. So they're really good for picking up decals or striping tape or something that you don't want to lose your grip on, so you would grab it and then close it and then it just stays wherever you need it. I have been obsessed with these tweezers this month. I actually found them at a local dollar store, so hopefully you can find them at a dollar store. Check your crafting section because I'm pretty sure that that's where I found them, but I am obsessed with these tweezers this month. I love that they're hold everything together, and sometimes whenever you get these type of tweezers that I don't know what they're called, but the ones where you have to pry them open to open them. Sometimes the grip isn't very good, but these ones for $1 are amazing. So I had to share that with you guys in case you're looking for a good pair of tweezers for your nail salon. I know for me, tweezers are a staple tool in my nail salon. So to have a good pair like this, I'm really excited about. The next tool that I want to share with you guys is from Swan Nails, and it is their detailer brush. I am literally obsessed with this detailer brush. So I've shared it in a few videos before, but that is how tiny the head is on it. And what I've really been liking this brush for is I've had a couple of clients who wanted me to handwrite something on their nails, and if you've ever tried to write on nails, it's not the easiest thing. But because this brush is just so tiny, I was able to write all of the words that she wanted, and she had small nails. I was able to write all the words that she wanted on her thumb. I was able to write the year. It was awesome to write words and letters with. So I use this one for paints, but I think I need to invest in another one strictly for gel paints. So I don't know, I've been obsessed with this brush. So if you guys are looking for a really tiny detailer brush, this is a really good one to check out. Okay, these are probably kind of boring to share with you guys, but I just had to. I just had to. So when I went to Can West back in January, I wanted to try the Light Elegance cleansing wipes. So these are just wipes. I have one here to share with you. It's nothing you would think, nothing overly fancy. I wanted to try them mainly because of the price point of them. So they are a little bit more expensive than some of the wipes that I have tried in the past, but I can see why now that I've been using them. So this little wipe goes such a long way. I find that I use maybe one to three of these wipes per client, depending on the different design that I'm doing. If I'm doing something that's a little bit more glitter, I'll tend to go through a few more of these, but for the most part I use one for my clear gels, and then one for my color gels, and then maybe one to wipe off dispersion layers or cleanse the nail or anything like that. But for the most part, I go through maybe 2 to 3 per client, compared to my last wipes that I was using where I was going through probably 6 per client. So even though the price tag is a little bit higher on these wipes, I do find that they last me significant longer. They don't if you get them full of alcohol or gel cleansing solution or anything, they don't tear or dissolve or anything like that. They're amazing wipes. I can totally understand the obsession with these. They're completely 100% lint free, which you guys know is a pet peeve of mine if they're not. So I don't know, I can't say enough good things about these. I'm obsessed with these wipes, and I think this is my second pack that I've gone through since January, and we're sitting in June now. So I mean that's quite a long time that these have been I've been able to use these for. So I do have a new one on the way, because once I ran out of this one, I was okay, this is a staple in my collection. I need these. So anyway, I had to tell you guys about those. Another product from Light Elegance that I've really been loving, and again, I was kind of skeptical to try just because of the price point on it, is the Light Elegance's files. So this one is not, I haven't used it. I don't entirely know why it's so dirty. It's probably just because it was in my drawer. I think it was sitting in my sanding band section, so that's probably why it's so dirty. But anyway, so it is a 100-180 grit file, which you guys, if you've watched my recent Q&A video, you know that I prefer a 100-100 grit. However, the reason I prefer a 100-100 grit is I find that for most of my fills or full sets or anything like that, I use both of the sides of my cheaper files. So by the time I'm done my client service, like this file is just shot with the other brand that I used to use. That is not the case with this one. I find that by the end of the service, just using one side of the 100-100, I could still, not that I would, but I could still like probably use this same file for like 2 to 3 more clients. Like that's how like long the grit on these files last. They are disinfectable, so you can sanitize them and use them on another client. I personally choose not to. I always I just throw them out at the end of the service, or I give them to the client if they want them. But you could, if you wanted to, disinfect these, and it would totally go for at least 1 or 2 more clients after that. That is how amazing the grit on the 100 side is. The 180 side is just like a straight buffer for me. So I have been using it a little bit more around the cuticles, a little bit more on top of the nail to just make sure that it's nice and buffed. So I don't know, like the price point of these is kind of high, but it's like, I feel like it's like a luxury file. Like I really enjoy using it. If you've ever used some of the cheaper files that are out there, you have to make sure that you are prepping your file like really well so that you don't cut your clients. This one I do one swipe here to prep this side, one swipe here to prep this side, and it's good to go. Like it's just an amazing file. So again, I can see why these are a little bit more expensive. I don't know, but it's just such an easy file to use. So if you're looking for like a file to maybe help you cut down on your service time or anything, you do use, I find that I use this file like a lot less. Like each stroke almost like counts as like 2 strokes of a cheap file sort of thing. So I don't know, I'm on the fence about these, but they are a favorite of mine. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to repurchase them, but I did want to share with you guys how amazing these files are. If you're looking for like a high quality, high end file, definitely check out the Light Elegance ones. Let's talk about a gel that I've been obsessed with. So if you guys, like I talk about Selena in a lot of videos, but if you follow Selena Ryden, like I'm sure you do, she has posted multiple times about the Light Elegance fiber gels. So there's fiber and then there's natural fiber, which just recently came out. I can understand why she really likes these gels. I really, really can. So I'm going to open them here and show you like why they're called fiber. I don't think you're able to see so much in the actual pot. There are little fiber pieces in this gel, which adds strength to the gel if you're building extensions with it. So I really like the clear fiber. However, it's not crystal clear. So if you're wanting to like build extensions with nails and you want it to be crystal clear, maybe you're doing like a glass nail sort of look or something like that, I wouldn't recommend fiber for that just because there is like a slight cloudiness to it. But if you're looking for something to give like a lot of strength, if you've got somebody who's got problem nails or it's very tough on their nails or anything like that, I would highly recommend checking out fiber. And I do have to say that I can see why Selena wanted a natural fiber. I have built my extensions with clear for like years, so for me to say that I really like a product that's not clear for building extensions is kind of interesting. The reason that I really like this for building extensions, if you don't want to build with a clear, is because it looks like exactly like your natural nails. I mean, obviously everybody's natural nail color is a little bit different, but it does look very, very natural on the nails. So especially if you were doing like a baby boomer style nails, or you were doing like a French tip, or somebody just wanted like a really natural look, I can totally understand building extensions with this product. And again, it just adds that extra strength to it too. So I've been obsessed with like building my extensions with fiber the last few months. I do switch back between my bonder, my Amore bonder, because I do really like Amore bonder. You guys know that for building extensions. But I have been playing around a little bit more with the Light Elegance fiber, and I do really like it. Let's just hold the phone here. 2 top gloss favorites of the month. Like, literally, I am obsessed. Okay, so they're both from Swan Nails. One of them is the UV No Wipe Top Gloss. You guys know that I prefer like a tackless top gloss when it comes to top glossing my enhancements, and I'm obsessed with the Swan Nails one. A couple reasons why I like it. Easy to apply. Super, super shiny, and I love the bottle. And not just for like the cuteness of the packaging, I love like the heaviness of the bottle. So when you have it sitting on your desk and you're dipping in and out with your brush or anything like that, it's not going to move, you're not going to accidentally dump it over, nothing like that, because of the strength and weight of the bottle. So I've applied it on a few of my girls who I did some hand painting with, and I had said to them, like, we're testing out a new top gloss, I want to see how it comes back for sealing over paint. So I will report back probably in an empties video about that. But overall, I'm obsessed with this top gloss. Like, I think it's gonna replace my Elite Crystal Shine. I absolutely love it. Okay, and to go along with that, like, this is gonna be no surprise if you guys keep up with my social media. I'm obsessed with the Swan Nails Matte Top Gloss. Literally obsessed. So far, out of everything that I have tried, this is my absolute hands down favorite matte top gloss. I have tried Ellie's matte top gloss, I have tried I&M's matte top gloss, I've tried OPI, I've tried Gel 2, I've tried New Bar, and I want to say that that's it. There might be one or two that I'm forgetting, but out of all of them that I have tried, this is my favorite. Why is it my favorite? Because it looks like chalkboard matte on the nails. Doesn't matter what color you put it over top of, it looks like chalkboard matte, which is what we want for matte. Another thing that I like about it, I can go in after I've done my matte top gloss, wipe the dispersion layer off, I can put cuticle oil around my client's nails, lotion around them, wipe the cuticle oil and lotion off, and they're still matte. There's no shiny residue left. My clients will come back 3 weeks later, it's still matte. Any of the other top glosses that I have tried in the past, once you put oils on them, they start to absorb the oils a little bit more, so by the time they come back for their fills, it's shiny. Like, it completely defeats the purpose of using a matte top gloss. That is not the case with the Swan Nails one. It is legit matte. So it is an amazing, amazing top gloss. I also love the feel of this. I wore it on myself too, which says a lot because whenever clients used to ask for matte top gloss, I would always not talk them out of it, but just kind of be like, are you sure that that's what you want on your nails? Do you really want a matte top gloss? Just because it was not my favorite look. Now I encourage my clients to get a matte top gloss because it's just such a sweet matte. And I do love, when I was wearing it on my nails, I do love the feel of the matte too. It feels like butter on the nails. Like, it is just, it's an incredible matte top gloss. I had somebody ask me if it leaves scratches or anything in the nail after time. No, it does not. So when my clients came back 3 weeks later, it was still matte, no scratches, still felt like butter. It's just an amazing product. If you have not tried this, if you do not have this in your collection, if your clients ask for matte, you need this. Okay, let's move on to some color gels of the month, well, last few months now. Okay, the first one is from Fusion, and it is from their latest summer 2016 collection, and it is Whoop, There It Is. So that one here. And this is a beautiful coral pink color. It is more of a coral pink, focusing on the coral side. But it is beautiful. I've used it on a lot of clients. It would make an amazing toe color if you did work with gels on toes or anything like that. It would make an amazing toe color, but it's so bright, so perfect for summer, a very unique color. I don't have anything specifically like it in my collection, so it is an amazing color. Okay, sticking with well, I guess you would call these color gels. I have become obsessed with the Amore FX colors. So I do have a review up reviewing I think there was 18 of them. These are my 3 favorites from the collection. I am obsessed with all of them. The first one is White Gold. This is my favorite of life. It is beautiful. It is amazing. It applies like a dream. It's just a beautiful, beautiful gold. It's what I wish my walls would have looked like. The glitter wall that I have in the background here is what I wish this would have looked like. But I've been using this on so many of my clients. Any of my clients that ask for gold, I'm this is the color that you're gonna get. Okay, the next color that I want to share with you guys that I've been obsessed with is Amore's Lavender Chiffon. So if you've watched that video, it's kind of like an iridescent bluish purple with gold flecks in it. It's just an amazing color, and I did want to get this at the CNTC when I was there, but it was sold out. It sold out so fast. So now that I have it in my collection, I have been playing with it like crazy. My mom is wearing it, a bunch of my clients are wearing it. It's just such a beautiful, unique color, and I'm so happy to add it to my collection. Okay, and then the last color that I've been obsessed with from the FX, it's called Birthday Suit. Now, Birthday Suit is a beautiful nude. However, it's got iridescent gold shimmer to it. So it's super, super unique to my collection. So any of my clients who've been asking for nude lately, I've been putting this on their nails. It's a very kind of I don't want to say universal nude, but it's a nude that kind of goes with a lot of different skin tones. So that is one thing that I've been liking about it. And then it's also unique in the sense that it's not a flat matte color. It's got some interest to it where it's got that kind of gold iridescent flecks to it, but not it's not overpowering. Like, it's still a nude. In my opinion, it's kind of like a glamorous nude. Like, I've been obsessed with this one too. So I'm blown away with the colors that Amore has come out with. Make sure you check out that video if you want to see some more. Okay, and then the last color that I've been obsessed with is from Lilia Saxon's line, and it is number 24. They do have actual, like, names to them. I'm unsure of what this name is. Now, number 24, in my personal opinion, even though I don't have a Tiffany blue box to compare it to, is a beautiful Tiffany blue color. I absolutely love this color. Like, I am literally so obsessed with it. I love the formula. I love the application. I love the actual shade of it. Love the formula of Lilia Saxon's line. It's amazing. If you guys haven't tried, or if you guys are going to get anything from her collection, highly recommend that color. Okay, sticking with like the solid color train, I've been obsessed with my Jellyfit gel polishes this month. I've been trying out, like, you know, the Swan nails, and I've used Le Chat for like quite a while, but there's something really special about the Jellyfit gel polishes. Like, the ease of application of these is amazing. I love how like jelly they look. So they are super shiny. They look like you're wearing gel nails, but if, like, on me, for example, my natural nails here, it looks like I'm wearing like a gel, but it's not. Like, it's a gel polish. So I absolutely love these, specifically this color, which is from the Get Buffed collection. So it's GG05. And what I like about this purple is I find it to be like a really unique purple. Like, it's a lavender purple, but it's almost a periwinkle purple. Like, it's kind of like a cross between the two of them. So it's just a really, really unique purple. A lot of my clients have actually been asking for this whenever it's like on my wall in the back there. This is one of the colors that they've been asking for, and I think it's because it's so unique. And then this is just the one that I'm wearing on my nails right now. So it's SS246. And this one is just like kind of a unique corally pink color. Like, it's a lot more bright in person than it's showing up on my camera, but it's just like the perfect pink coral if you're looking for like a coral that's like more on the pink side. So I've been obsessed with it. I took my nails off because of like renos and moving and stuff like that, so I'll probably be rocking some gel polish for quite a while here. And I'm so happy to have like some Jellyfit colors in my collection to play with on my natural nails. Okay, so let's talk about some glitter gels that were favorites of this past few months here. This one here is a favorite for me and a favorite among my clients as well. And it is from Fusion, their Sparkles, and it's Everybody Dance Now. So it came out again in their summer collection here. Now, Everybody Dance Now is just a really unique chunky sparkle. And I know that chunky sparkles are like kind of the in thing right now. And usually, I'm not gonna lie, I don't overly care for like chunky sparkles that are already mixed in gel. I prefer using like loose chunky sparkles and adding them to whatever color or glitter gel that I want to add it to. This one is the exception because I really, really like this one. Whenever I show it to my clients, they're all obsessed with it. It pairs really nicely with a couple colors that came out in the LE collection as well. It pairs really nicely with High Dive, which I featured in last month's favorites videos. And it pairs really nicely with Tennis Anyone, that kind of chartreuse green that I loved. But I think the thing that kind of sells me on this is the unique glitters that are in it. So like the hexagon kind of shapes, but not only that, the like more liney shapes, and also the flecks of iridescent hexagons in there as well. It's just a really unique color, and on the nail it just looks like, it looks so cool. Like, it doesn't matter if you put it over top of a clear extension, if you fade it on top of like say one of those colors, or you fade it on a white or something, it just adds a whole bunch of different effects to it depending on how you use it, but they all look super unique. And a lot of my clients, whenever I show them this one this month, have picked this one. Even some of my girls who usually reach for like pinks and purples and stuff, they still like this one too. So it is an amazing like glitter gel if you're kind of looking for that matte chunky glitter gel trend that's happening right now. Okay, 3 sparkles from LE. The first one is Light Elegance's Big Diamond. I might have featured this last month, so I mean that just tells you how much I love it if I did feature it. But it is amazing. Light Elegance Diamond is just a beautiful, beautiful glitter gel. So it's very similar to like LE's Diamond, just like chunks of bigger silver in it. My favorite thing about this is it just reminds me of like beautiful like wedding nails, which I've used this for. I've used this for wedding nails. But it also pairs really nicely with like basically any different color. It's almost like a neutral sparkle. So it pairs really nicely with like grays, it pairs really nicely with pinks, blues. It pairs like really nicely with like anything. So if I'm using a certain color and I'm unsure of what glitter to pair it with, I usually will reach for this one because it just pairs so nicely with all of them. Looks really good over a clear extension. It just adds that kind of like It looks like kind of a glass nail with it. It's such a cool, versatile glitter gel. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so 2 oldies from Light Elegance, and I apologize if these are unavailable anymore, but I had to share them with you guys. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is called Light Elegance's Iridescent. So Iridescent is an amazing like glitter gel to kind of fade if you're going to do a glitter fade. And this is what Iridescent looks like. So it's a clear gel base with like iridescent glitter to it. So like I said, it works really well if you're going to do a glitter fade. So you would put like your most concentrated glitter at the tip of your nail, at the free edge. Where that glitter meets your natural nail, that's where I would put the iridescent, and it just kind of gives like a nice transition to the natural nail. You guys know I do that with like Sugar Coated. I do that with, I think it's Sweet Nothing, Blizzard in the winter. But this color I've been loving because it pairs with anything. Like an iridescent sparkle pairs with any glitter is what I've been loving this one for. So as you can tell, I'm like just about out of it. So I'm hoping that this isn't discontinued, because I'm going to be a little bit upset if it is, because like I said, I've been reaching for it a lot this month. Okay, and then the last glitter gel that I want to share with you guys is Light Elegance's Pink Platinum. So another oldie but goodie. Sorry for like all the hair and stuff on there. Like I don't know. These just get so grungy after you've had them for a while. But Pink Platinum is this beautiful glitter gel. So it's definitely like a cool toned pink glitter, and it almost looks like a silvery pink is what I would kind of call it. But the reason that I've really been obsessed with this glitter gel this month is because it pairs so nicely with Glitter Heaven's Vintage Pink, and that is what Vintage Pink looks like. So if you're wanting like a glitter like the Pink Platinum, but you want it to kind of pop a little bit more and add like a little bit more interest to it, it pairs really, really nicely with Glitter Heaven's Vintage Pink glitter gel. And I've used this on quite a few clients this month. That's how much I've like been reaching for it. Okay, so the last few things that I want to share with you guys are a couple nail art items that I've been reaching for a lot this month. The first one is this stamp, and it is from eBay, so it's like not like a branded stamp or anything. And I'll show you the number on here, this kind of like weird number here. So hopefully you can like search it on eBay and it'll come up. But you guys know how much I love scrolling stamps. Now, the one that I like specifically on this one is this big one here, because it goes so nicely in the corners of nails, and this one here, because it goes so nicely on like the bottoms of the nail. It's very versatile, that one. It goes like anywhere. But I just really like all the scrolling ones on this, because they kind of all pair together, but it still makes the nails like look a little bit different if you wanted to use a bunch of them. So I don't know, I've been obsessed with this plate this month. And then the last stamping plate that I've really enjoyed using is from Bundle Monster. It was like the blogger collab collection, and this one is Bundle Monster Plus Magically Polished BM XL205. Now the images specifically that I've really been enjoying are these two right here. Oops, these two right here. I cannot for the life of me remember what this pattern is called, but I absolutely love it. You can kind of mix and match this pattern a lot. You could pair it with like golds and blues or purples and golds. Like there's just a lot of versatility with a pattern like that. I also have been really liking this pattern in the corner here, this kind of fishnet rose sort of pattern. So this is a really nice stamping plate. And actually the whole like blogger collections, if you don't have those from Bundle Monster, they're really nice collections to kind of invest in. There's a lot of versatility and a lot of uniqueness to those collections. Okay, and the very last thing that I want to share with you guys that I've been loving this past few months is striping tape. So these are like nothing fancy, like they're just striping tape. I think I got them off of eBay or the Born Pretty store. I find that the striping tape from like the Born Pretty store or the striping tape from like eBay works a lot better than the more expensive stuff that you can get at nail supply stores. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Maybe they all come from the same place. I just find these really, really cheap ones to be super, super sticky. And I know like striping tape, I have a love-hate relationship with striping tape. I love the look of it. I love the finished effect that it gives. I'm not gonna lie, I hate working with it. Just like I'm sure a lot of you out there feel the same way. So what I do with striping tape, if you guys are wondering, is I embed my striping tape. I find that to be the easiest way to use striping tape. So I don't use it on a finished file nail. I know a lot of techs do, but I find that to be a little bit more frustrating than trying to embed it. So I placed my color down, wipe off my dispersion layer of the color after it's cured, and then I go in with my striping tape. So the easiest way that I find to do that, these tweezers, which I love, I pull a lot of the tape off, so obviously that is way too much for whatever design you're doing on a nail. And then I would like place it on the nail so that it's like taking over both sides, because I find like in the middle is the most stickiest from the striping tape. So then I would take my stork scissors that I featured in a favorites video last month, cut off this side, do whatever pattern or design I'm going to do with the remainder of the striping tape, and then I go over top of it with my clear gel. That is how I find the easiest way to apply it. I also find by doing it that way, when you're embedding it, you can finish file around the edges if there's any like striping tape sticking out or anything like that. It kind of seals the striping tape in a lot better in my opinion. And if you happen to kind of file your striping tape out a little bit or something, you could go in with more before you do your top glass, but I haven't really found that to be an issue. I haven't really done that too much, but that is how I use striping tape. I find it to be the easiest way to work with striping tape, to do it that way. Okay, so that was it for, actually no, I have one more thing to share with you guys. Okay, I have had requests from you guys to show you my baby bump, so I'm going to consider that a favorite this month, even though it's been like a favorite like since I found out I was pregnant. So I'm going to show you guys my baby bump. If that's not your thing, if you don't want to see that, I totally understand. Just like exit out of this video. But I have had requests from you guys to show you my baby bump, so I will. Okay, so this is my baby bump. So I am 32 weeks pregnant today as I'm filming this, so there's definitely a little baby in there. Yeah, I guess I only have like a few more weeks to go with baby here, but if you guys were wondering, my husband and I are not finding out what we're having, so I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. If you guys are experts on like baby bump and how people are carrying it, tell me what you think I'm having. I'm thinking I'm having a girl, but who knows? Anyway, my baby bump is a favorite from the month. You guys have requested to see it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, that was my 32-week baby bump. Anyway, this video is now done, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Make sure you comment below and let me know what your favorites were for the last few months here. Make sure you're following me on my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!